Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video we're taking Kaido into some of the shorter content and taking a look at this man in a bit of a better scenario for the new Super Sugo Fest exclusive. In today's video we're diving into some Grand Voyage, we're diving into Garp Challenge vs Worth Generation, because I feel like that's probably a place where most people are struggling when it comes to Garp Challenges. If you guys want to see me take on the other Garp Challenges with this particular unit, let me know in the comment section below. If there's anywhere else you think you'd like to see Kaido, let me know down there as well. I do think Kaido is one of those characters that's kind of just like big number syndrome. It's all about hitting crazy numbers on that final stage. The problem I do find with Kaido is he doesn't bring too much with his team as what the other units that Kaido has access to. It's not really a credit to Kaido per se, but it's still cool what the actual man can do. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. While you're down there, don't forget to belt the like button. If you're new, hit that big red subscribe button. Hit the bell notification too, because there's going to be a lot of anniversary content coming out. But with that said, enjoy the video, and let's dive into the content. Alright, so we're going to kick it off with the worst generation, utilizing Kaido and his batch. We also slapped on the X-Drake unit, the free-to-play one that you can pick up in the arena, because he can't be blown away. So that's the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive on in. Now, all of these characters can use Kaido's Super Tandem effect, which is really cool. The three characters obviously did release alongside him being King, Queen, and Jack, and all of them have absolutely insane sailor abilities. Like, this batch of characters makes Kaido so damn good. And again, as what I was saying in the intro, it's not really a credit to what Kaido does, it's more of a credit to what Kaido has access to. Nevertheless, that's not something to discredit Kaido for, and in today's video, I do want to try and take him into some shorter content to show off where he shines the most. But even still, even in this shortest content, I do think he does it better than Luffy. I'm going to state that right now. And I'm on the sort of Luffy hype train at the minute. But I do think his best situation is going to be Kazuna. And I do think most people are under the same impression that once Kazuna comes around, this particular character is going to shine. Now, for most players, especially endgame players, that's sort of the be-all or end-all when it comes to content nowadays. Super Boss Kazunas, where you're doing OONGA BOONGA damage, that big number syndrome kicks in, and you just need to take down, like, these high HP pools. Kaido's going to be your man. The downside is he's only available against, like, Dex bosses, right? That's where he's going to shine the most. So, we'll have to wait and see how we go when Kazuna comes around, and we'll have to wait and see what the team building looks like, because you could do some cheeky shenanigans and stuff like V2 Straw Hats if you have them at level 5. You got the OONGA BOONGA damage from Kaido, and then you just got to slap on, like, King and Queen here and there. So, you can do it, and X-Drake, Wodja, Yamato Ace, all those hype-ass, powerful characters work incredibly well under Kaido. Now, as you guys saw there, on the second turn, we used the tap timing of X-Drake to get through the second stage, and then with Kaido's superclass, we can just get through Yorogue and... not Yorogue. Capone, Bonnie, and Apu. Moving on to Yorogue now, this is where, obviously, every team struggles here. Like, there are some teams that can get through this pretty quickly, but with Kaido utilizing his batch as well, we are utilizing, like, rare recruits and no other legends, which actually is pretty impressive, actually, to be honest. But once we get to the final stage, we are going to get captain swapped, which is a little bit of a downside. So we had to include, like... we couldn't really include a way to get around this particular stage. Nevertheless, Kaido doesn't really do too much with his special. He does, like, a 20% HP cut, but that 20% HP cut is not going to matter too much once we get to the final stage. So we're just going to sort of stall it out here on Yorogue while he puts up that stupid... damage limiter, and then we're just going to take him out over time. Once he hits that 4th turn, he puts up the 2 million threshold, and that's just enough damage to kill him. Try and keep some Wano orbs on Kaido if you can, that way you got that 1.5 times damage up your sleeve. Not that you probably need it, but it's always nice to have, and it's something that I just try and aim for. With Queen, giving you a 10% resistance to strikers and powerhouse, as you see right there, you can just do some wild things. King extends the attack buff, Jack extends the chain buff, and then Kaido just has like a stupidly high orb boost. Like, this team, man. This team, just with rare recruits, just does absolute bits. Once we turn up over here on the Zoro and Killer stage, they have 4 turns of threshold, and you can't rotate your orbs. However, you can use a super type, or you can use a super class, which means, lucky for us, we have that second super class of Kaido here. We're going to pop that, and then we're going to lock our orbs. So that way we hang on to the tandem slots and the Wano slots for the rest of the run. Because once we move into the Blackbeard stage on the next turn, we are going to get the super lock, and thanks to the free-to-play Perispero treasure map character, we can use Jack to lock the orbs with Perispero, and then remove the threshold as well. So it all works out super hunky-dory here, and then literally, just with Wano orbs, and all of those crazy shenanigans that Jack has with his chain buff, and then adding to the chain buff, and Kaido giving the 1.5 times extra damage, we can actually take out this particular stage just by hitting perfects. Like, it's actually so dumb. Like, and we don't even hit with King. So this is what I mean. Kaido can do OONGA BOONGA damage, and he does work very nicely. When he works, he feels so fluent, but I do think he has that sort of last tap Luffy syndrome, where after this event sort of rolls back around or disappears, we are going to be struggling with our boy Kaido, unless we are in Kazuna. On the Blackbeard stage, we're going to pop our Kaido special, because we have the Akainu support to give us a 1.5 times attack boost. The beautiful thing is, when you attack with King, that 1.5 turns into 1.75. Just absolutely nutty, man. That Akainu support on Kaido is just going to see so much play. On the final stage, we come up against Luffy, Law, and Kid. It doesn't matter who our captain becomes, because they're both 3 times captains to Powerhouse and Striker characters. Which means that no matter who our captain becomes, we're copying a 3 times captain. It's the bottom line. There's no ifs, there's no buts. There's no coconuts. On this particular stage, though, we do have to tap in a particular order. We do have Kuma for color affinity, but I think not using Kuma would be in your best interest there. Queen can give us 900 base stats. King's going to give us an attack boost. We have an orb boost with Kaido, and then X-Drake has his special back that we don't even use. We've literally just got X-Drake here because our bottom row gets blown away, which means X-Drake won't get blown away. And the big reason we need X-Drake to not get blown away is the fact that he has a tandem slot. Very important that he has a tandem slot, so that way we can activate the super tandem of Kaido right here. Once we do that, we give the 1.5 times extra damage. Kaido is going to increase it. I don't know. I think I ran Jin's Kaido here. So he's got a level 4. It's level 5 now. But this was the level 4 Kaido. And we just managed to get the kill there on Luffy with the type disadvantage. So Kaido, he's a beefy boy. He hits hard. He's a big scaly dragon. And what else can I say? He does big numbers. And it's really cool when he works. But in saying that, getting him to work can be very finicky. Let's check out Grand Voyage now. Alright, so onto some Grand Voyage now. We're going to take on Iron Mace Alvida. So that's the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive on in. Now, once again, we are using Jack and his batch. And Grand Voyage is very difficult. And it's a good place to showcase these new legends for content that people need to beat. The downside is Kaido's not a fighter. Neither is his batch. So, unfortunately, all we can do is up to level 3 against Alvida. Against level 3 Alvida, you can run a full strength team. And Kaido, with his best friend, X-Drake, does this very nicely. They do it very smoothly. And they do it very easily. Now, I just wanted to include the batch here. I was doing this on stream. Shout out to stream. Link in the description for my Twitch. Make sure to go down there and hit me up with a follow. They were saying that you don't actually need King, I think. No, maybe it was Queen. You don't actually need Queen. Which is fair, because you can bring something like X-Drake. Like the what's it called, X-Drake? The treasure map X-Drake to remove barriers. However, that means that you do have to stall on these earlier stages. You can stall out for the ship special. You can get that going, and then you'll be good to go from there. Another option as well, if you don't have this Luffy, I'm using this Luffy because I have him max hunger for God knows whatever reason. I think I was using him for like a zombie team or something. You can use Kuma. If you have a Legend Kuma, he's a powerhouse character. He also has hunger. He's probably a character you want to invest hunger tablets into rather than this Luffy. But in saying that, I don't know if I would actually just use those hunger tablets. I would probably use like the treasure map Kid and then like this Luffy support if you have it. With Luffy though, we do have access to Rayleigh, which is great because Rayleigh can remove the paralysis and the bind that we get inflicted on stage 4. And then we can use our Kaido special with Akainu. This Kaido-Akainu combination is so stupid because not only does Kaido give you an orb buff, Akainu will give you a full board of strength slots and an attack buff. With King, with the super typing of X-Drake, we can take out that whole stage. And with Kaido, he turns strength orbs into Wano slots, which is just absolutely nuts. Once you do attack there, you do want to attack with Jack, though, because you need to get a tandem slot on Jack to get the super tandem to work. But nevertheless, this team will still beat this without all these fancy shenanigans. You can just take 2 turns on Alvida here, and because you have so much HP, you will be in good stead. So if you want to, you can just focus on Alvida in the back and then just take out the lackeys on the second turn. But for the sake of the video, for the sake of showcasing what Kaido can do, I was stubborn and I kept doing it until we got this run done and we actually tapped through the barriers as well. You do cop Despair, you do cop Blinds, you do cop Attack Down, but Queen and King can actually take care of all of that. So it actually works out quite nicely there. And then you get the Super Tandem, you get rid of the Despair, you get an attack boost, you get rid of the attack down, you get an orb boost with Kaido. No, we don't have an orb boost. Sorry, you can't use an orb boost on this stage. That's right. I remember now. Luffy gives us color affinity. Kuma would too. You have a chain boundary, you have an attack boost, you have a chain boost, you have a base stat boost. And with that, you do need to attack in a particular order here. It's very finicky. King is going to increase the attack buff, and Queen is going to give the resistance. So as you guys will see here, I am sort of tapping away, trying to get the super tandem off, which I do manage to do, which is great. That way we get the extra damage buff. We extend the damage buff. We increase it, as you saw in the top right-hand corner there. And then we absolutely decimate Alvida with our boy X-Drake. End of turn damage from X-Drake will kill the rest of them. And Bob's your uncle. Hunky dory. See you later. Look at the top left, right there. Look at all those buffs. That's just from like tapping. That's what's wild to me. Absolutely wild. But that's going to wrap up the shorter content Kaido showcase, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to go down there and belt the like button for me. If you are new to the channel too, hit that big red subscribe button. But guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Lates!